Namaste. Welcome to Mindful Yoga. Today, our theme is growth. So it's a mindfulness practice. Well, it's a yoga I consider yoga is a mindfulness practice. We bring ourselves to the present moment and we use our breath, mindful breathing, and mindfully we move our body. So anyway, it's related to the growth, that our theme today. So mindfulness practice is that we consciously watering. Okay, so it's we had a rain, right? Has been raining. So see the garden or outside, it's the green, or you can call it the weed or the flower, like a daffodil or hydrangea. It's blooming. So like that, it's we are consciously watering the seed of goodness, or whatever you like to see them grow. So the seed we have inside, that we are consciously, constantly watering, or particular seed. There's a lot of seed, but the particular seed that you want to grow, or you want to, it's what is important to you and what you value, and the quality that you want to cultivate into your life. So that's what we consciously paying attention to certain things. So that the water that water is like our awareness or our care, that what care to what we love or who you love. So that's what we are paying attention to grow. So that is a growth. So something that the quality that you want to cultivate into your life, or goodness, what you think you want to see in your life. So we keep it in our heart right now. You might close your eyes. And if you don't find it right away, maybe while we are sitting here, just think about. And close our eyes to pay attention to our body. Our body is here, sitting, connecting to the ground. And feel the spine lengthening. And feel the top of your head reaching up to the sky. And together, inhale through the nose. Then exhale through the nose. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. And exhaling, relax our shoulders. And our practice always begins here and now with our body, and bringing our mind into our body. So when we do that, the mind come back to the home. Home is our body. That is a peaceful place to be and comfortable place to be. And soften our thought, our emotions, just resting here, this moment, into our body. We are very aware that we are breathing in to take the oxygen into our body, to take care of our system, that our system needs oxygen. And as you exhale, we soften what it is, the tension or stress that you might be holding. We relax that tension to take care of our own body and mind. And we observe the growth in you, in our body, mind, and heart. We keep watering. We'll keep taking care of the growth of your seed, our seed. The seed that you want to see them bloom, grow and bloom. A few more breaths to be here. And as you inhale, hands goes up and over. And on our exhalation, we bring our palms together to heart center. And we bow our head. And maybe set our intention and dedication for today's practice. And then slowly open our eyes. Okay, so let's come on to the yoga mat and let's lie down. And if you have a belt, bring a belt close by. Then stretch ourselves big. Stretch your leg, maybe legs together, and the hands goes over the head. Take a big inhale, stretch, and lengthening our body. Maybe point your toes and open your mouth and let it go. And take a big inhale one more time and stretch. And open your mouth and let it go. All right. So you might catch your right wrist or just joining the palms together and move your hands towards your left side. So both hands towards the left. Then move your legs, actually move your feet. So legs together and move your feet towards your left side. So you are making like a banana shape, or I like to call it a crescent moon and shape of arc. And stretch the right side. And then inhale, come back to center. And this time we're gonna gradually move in towards your right. So if you are catching the right wrist, switch to the other side. So catch the left wrist, then move your hands to the right and move your feet to the right and lengthen the left side of the body. And then inhale and stretch. And then exhale, let it go. Then gradually moving back towards the center. Then plant your both feet down to the mat. Bend your knees. Then moving your knees side to side. Then gradually open your arms wide to the side and palm face up. And notice how you can spread our chest wide. And moving our knees side to side. So if your feet float up, that is okay. Let your feet float up. If you Enjoy the twist like that. And relaxing our lower back and relax our belly. Every day we find our body slightly different. Maybe whatever the activity you did yesterday, maybe impact to the condition. And I hope this moment to help you release that tightness. Okay, then gradually back to center and hug our right knee to the chest and move your right knee side to side. Then if you like to stretch your left leg, do so. Left leg down to the mat and open your knees side to side and just relax in the hip joint. Then gradually we are making the circle with your right knee. So you can do slow and big circle, or if you enjoy the quicker or a small circle, that is good as well. Then do the both side, clockwise and anti-clockwise. And go. Okay, now when you are ready, bring the belt to the foot, right foot. Then we gradually straighten that right leg to the sky. Sorry, right foot to the sky. Okay, then stretch the back of the leg. So purpose using the belt is that you can relax your shoulder and the neck. Don't strain the neck. So well, a little bit of tip here. So I am making a very small loop of the belt, then just tucking my hand there, then just hanging my hand straight on the arm, but it's not that strained. So hand is just hanging there, easy. So you don't need to pull really. So just the gravity is helping to pull the belt. Okay, one more breath. All right, happy baby on. So half happy baby, bend your right knee and open to the side. Then if you like, straighten up the right leg out, or you can be in half happy baby. Okay. Then make sure you are relaxing the neck. You can roll your head side to side to make sure to have the, tension away. All right, then bring back to center, bend your right knee. So now right knee goes to the left side. So we open the outer hip, outer leg. You can keep your knee bent or stretch your leg as you like. Then spread your right arm out. So it's spread. So your right leg goes to the left and right hand goes to the right. So it's kind of spreading yourself wide. Opposite direction, right hand and right leg go opposite direction. Then opening our chest. One more breath. All right, then I exhale slowly back to center. Now we switch the leg. So first we hug our left knee, not using a belt, and stretch your right leg and move your left knee in out a few times. Then gradually change into the circle. Draw circle with your left knee. Slow or a little bit faster pace. Big circle or a small circle. So checking on the hip joint. Then when you are ready, we straighten the left leg up with the belt. Then left leg goes up. Then again, I am tucking my fingers to the small loop. So my hand just hang in there. So if that doesn't work, you might have making the bigger loop. Then pushing the heel out to stretch the calf. So when it's a cold weather, our muscle is tighter, our joint is more drier and tighter. So be mindful. I was in Tahoe last week and it was much colder, lots of snow. So I think I got a little bit stronger in the colder weather, which is a good thing. Okay. Then let's do the half happy baby. Bend your left knee out towards the left side. Then you can be here or you might work on to gradually straighten. Then our focus is inner leg. So stretching the inner groin and inner thigh. So it's not only the left side, but the right side. Notice the right side as well. And we are mindfully breathing in and out constantly. Sometimes we hold in the breath where when we have a difficult time or, it's, just we forget. It's very simple and easy to breathe and paying attention to the breath. But sometimes it's very difficult. And I hope during your class we can do that. Okay. And let's bend our left knee, move to the right side. Either straighten the leg or bending your knee. Then spread your left hand wide. And open. And notice the between your left hand and left leg. So between that point, we are stretching the lower back, side of the body, outer hip, the armpit. One more breath. And exhale slowly. Come back to center. So let our belt go aside. Both knee to the chest and gently roll side to side. And massage our back. And noticing the right side and left side. Is it only one side is tighter or both sides is tighter or not tight at all? Good thing. All right. So if you like to do roll back and forth, do so, rocking chair. But if not, just roll to the side and sit up. And if you are rolling back and forth, massage our back. And 3, 2, and we come up, cross our leg and hands down, step back to tabletop, hands and knees position. Open our fingers wide, palm press down to the mat. So your middle finger most likely pointing forward or maybe index finger. Then inhale, stretch your right leg back, but the ball of the foot to come to the mat. And push our heel back and down. So it's a great for the Achilles tendon stretch and a calf. My calf is very tight. Yesterday I was teaching the Indian classical dance at the elementary school mostly yesterday was a kindergarten and up to, I think it was a second grade. 5 classes back to back. So my calf is really high. Okay. Such a thing that you might realize, what did I do yesterday and why it's different? Okay, so now reach our left hand forward. You can be here or you might lift your right leg up. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring our knee to the elbow. Round your back. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring our knee to the elbow. Then one more time, inhale, stretch. Then this time, bend your right knee. You can bring your left hand down. Bend your right knee and move your right heel towards the sky or ceiling. So we use our glute. Then lift as much as you can and maybe lift our chin and kind of arching your back. Then on our exhalation, bring our knee to the nose, round your back. So we drop the head this time and round our back to stretch the back of the neck. Then one more time, push your heels to the sky and squeeze our glute. This is great for the hip up. And open our chest looking upward. And exhale, bring our knee to the nose, round your back. Then bring our right foot between our hands and step forward. Then you can tuck your left toe under and move our pelvis forward. And you can bring your hands at your right knee. Or you can reach your hands to the sky. Then let's see if you can move your pelvis a little bit forward and open in the left hip joint. Inhale, open. And then exhale, bring our hands down to the mat. You might use the block side by side. Then pull your hips back. Then straighten your right leg. Maybe point your right toe up. So stretching the back of the leg. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Plant our right foot down. Okay, so now lift our left knee up, plant your left foot. We walk our hands onto the left side. Then point your both toes out, slightly bend your left knee and right knee. So we are moving our hips side to side. So if holding the block helps, please do use the block. You can go all the way down lower if your hips and knee is okay, but it's quite impacting our knee, so careful. All right. Then when you come back to the front of the yoga mat, bring your left knee down and right knee down, and we sit in child pose. Open our knees wide and pull our hips back. And maybe spread your fingers wide. Stretch our arms forward as much as you are comfortable. And then really relax. Feel the heaviness of our hips. And the hips pulling back. And find the length to the lower back. One more breath. All right. And then inhaling. Rise up to chair. What's it called? Tabletop. Okay, let's do the other side. Left leg back, ball of the foot down to the mat, and push your left heel back and down. Stretch the calf. And again, stand on back of the knees. And I forgot to mention the other side, but if you like to do the core work, you might lift your right knee off the ground. Ooh. Okay. All right. Then let's bring our right knee down and right hand forward. Then you might pick up your left leg. Then inhale, stretch. Then exhale, bring our knee to the elbow, round your back. And a few more times. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, knee to the elbow. Last one, inhale, stretch. Exhale, knee to the elbow and stretch. Right hand come down to the mat, bend your left knee. Then left bottom of the foot is reaching towards the ceiling. You can push your heels up, squeeze our glute. Then inhale, looking upward, opening the front. Then on our exhalation, drop your head, lounge your back, knee to the nose. Okay, let's do one more time. Inhaling, heel go up and looking up. Exhale, knee to the nose, lounge your back. Then we step between our hands so your left foot come forward. Then you might bring your hands at your left knee. Tuck our right toe under, move our pelvis forward and find the openness to the hip. Open hip flexor or the quad. Inhaling, open. Then exhaling, bring your hands down to the mat or to the block. Then pull your hips back and lift your left toe upward. So it's again stretching the back of the leg. And tuck your navel towards the spine. And what happens if you do so? And noticing how the lower back opens. All right, exhale. Release. Plant our foot. Then we pivot face to the longer side of the mat. Lift your right knee up. Then walk our hands to the longer side of the mat. You might use a block too. And this time feet is a parallel. So your toes pointing to the longer side of the mat. And we bend forward. So if you are comfortable, you can reach your hands forward. I am using a block. Like a downward facing dog, spreading our hands forward. Or you can just rest here. Then relax your head down. And notice the gravity, the head is pulled. And find the length to the lower back, spine. One more breath. Then inhaling, halfway lift. Then on our exhalation, we're gonna gradually walk back to the front and bring your right knee down to the mat. Then step back, left knee down to the mat. This time, let's come to downward facing dog. And bending your knees right, left, if you like. So key to protect our wrist is opening our fingers wide and planting the roots of your fingers down. Then don't bring too much weight to your hands. So when your hamstring is tighter, it's naturally your hips are moving more forward. But when you bend your knees, you can pull your hips back. So weight goes towards the leg more than the hand. Don't bring the weight too much to the hand. Okay, then tucking your navel towards the spine. Okay, now let's walk forward and bending forward and catch our elbows and swing side to side. Then gradually lower ourselves up to standing. Inhale, lift our head, and hands goes up and over and catch our elbow. So feet is a hip distance apart. Inhale, lift our elbows and stretch our side. And if you like, lift your heels up to make it a balanced pose. Then on our exhalation, drop your heels, drop, bend your knees, and swing our hands side to side. One more time. Inhale, rising, hands reach out and up. Exhale, catch Catch your elbows. Inhale, lift, lengthening. Maybe heels up. Then exhale, drop your heels, bend forward, and swing our hands side to side. Relax our shoulder, relax our arms, and list fingers. Then slowly roll up, inhale. And the hands goes up and over, and bring our palms together to heart center. All right. So let's do the breath of joy. So breath of joy is, so feet is apart. Keep your knees soft. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, hands to the side. Inhale, hands forward. And on our exhalation, open your mouth. Say ha and drop down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. So if this is too much to the shoulder, you can do just forward, back, forward, down. Forward, back, forward, down. Go on. So you don't need to open your hands wide. Few times. Last one. Slowly roll up to the center. So the feet goes out wider, then swing our hands and wrap around our body. So as you know, we are tapping the kidney, right side and left side. And also when your hand come forward, we are tapping the lower belly. Relax our shoulder, relax our arm. And if you know Kapalabhati forceful exhalation, we exhale, exhale to twist. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gradually back to center. Okay, feel the ground underneath of the feet as if we are rooting down. Then inhale, chest expand and hands goes out like X, maybe looking upward. Then on our exhalation, drop your elbows and bend your knees and just lounge your back and relax, head down. All right, one more time. Plant your feet, so from the ground, rooting down, and spread yourself wide. So wide as much as you like, and open our fingers wide like X shape and lift our chest. Exhale, drop your elbows and lounge your back and head to relax. Excellent. All right, so slowly coming upward. And let's stand in front of the yoga mat. Feet is together. So you have a space behind you. And palms together to heart center. So imagine to be, let's say, tree. Or your favorite plant. So it can be the plant, flower, grass, can be tree. Just visualize to be that and grounding our feet and standing nice and tall. Even we have a storm, some the trees, some of the plant survive to be still standing. Or some tree fall down or broke branches, but we stand still here and now. And let's live in the sunlight. And we're still growing and cultivating our goodness or peacefulness or whatever you like to cultivate. Maybe joy, happiness, love, and care. With that intention, let's move it with our breath. Take a big inhale, growing our body, hands reach up to the sky and gazing up. Then on our exhalation, we bend forward. Maybe hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. You can use the block. And on our exhalation, bend your knee, relax our head, bend forward. One more time, inhaling, halfway lift, lengthening our spine. And exhale, we step back. Plank pose, or you might be just a downward facing dog or child pose. Inhale, half, lengthen the spine. Then exhale, if you are plank pose, go through vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog. You can stay in a downward facing dog or child pose. Exhaling, lift our hips to child pose or downward facing dog. And notice the length of our body. Notice our shoulder is soft and relaxed. One more. Inhaling, look forward. Exhale, we walk forward to feet to the ground. So again, we are rooting down first. Inhale, halfway lift, maybe use the block. And exhaling, head relax, bend forward. You might bend your knees. Inhale, plant our feet down as if you are growing towards the sky to the sun, receiving the sunlight. And exhale, bring our palms together at the heart center. This time, first time I noticed the daffodil face to the sun, always facing towards the sun. All right, as if we are daffodil facing to the sun or receiving the sunlight. Let's do one more time. Inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Feel the ground under the feet and the legs strong to support. Then exhale, bend forward, soften your knees. Maybe hands come to the block. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let's step back. You have a choice, plank pose, or downward facing dog, or child pose. If you are plank pose, we go through vinyasa, plank to chaturanga, then upward facing dog to downward facing dog. And together, big inhale. Open your mouths, exhale, let it go. One more time, inhaling. Open your mouth, let go. Okay. Then slowly bring your knee down and come into tabletop. If you are child pose, lift your hips. Inhaling, right hand up and open the chest. So notice how your left palm ground, then right hand opens up, like a growing the leaf of the flower. Then on our exhalation, we round our back and we bring our right shoulder, right ear to the mat. So we twist. Then relax our left arm, reach forward. So you might keep your knee down, both knee down like this. Or you might stretch your left leg, left toe down to the mat. Or maybe left foot move to the left side, maybe meet to the right hand. Okay. And if you are lifting the knee, slowly bring your knee down to the mat. And left hand coming close to the face and press ourselves up. Then right hand goes up again and open our chest and look into the sky. And then exhale, release. Okay, the other side. So this time left hand goes up, open. Then exhale, round, left shoulder, ear to the mat. So we twist, we release the lower back especially. And also we relax our side of the head. You know, sometimes we accumulate so much tension to our face, the head. That goes to the migraine or headache. Relaxing our jaw, soft. Relax our eyes, eyebrows, and relax our ears. And you might stay here, knee down, or you might stretch your right leg if you like. You can also bring your right foot to the right side. Okay. Then gradually we bring our knee down to the mat and let it to come up. So first, the right hand come close to the face and press up, left hand to the sky. And open again as if we receive the sunlight to our belly. Then exhale, release. Come back to center. Okay, let's put our hips back to sit. Then one side, hips down. Straight our legs forward, please. Okay, let's bring our feet together. I'm just facing to this side. Then knees up and down, Baddha Konasana, relaxing our hip joint. So sometimes if your knees are pretty off the ground, you can slide a block under to support. But if you like to let the gravity help open the hips, you can just open like this. Then opening our toes wide. So this is a great chance to look at our toes. And if you can, open space between the toes. And lifting the foot arch towards the sky. You can keep working on it because we keep rotating our leg. Rotating out, out, out. Or you can do bend forward. So whichever you prefer. And each exhalation we relax, soften. One more breath. And then slowly we come up to the center. Next one, you might need a belt block. So you might have that close to you and you can access easily. So we cross our right knee over the left knee. So your knees are stuck. But if you are not comfortable sitting like this, you can have the cushion or block to sit on. So it's a little bit easier for your hips. Okay. Then inhaling, hands goes up and catch our both elbows like we did as a standing. Then lifting our elbows up. So when we lift our elbow, what happens is we are trying to lift our shoulder blade up. So that's give our length or opening our shoulder. Then keep holding your left elbow, left side of the elbow. So left elbow is up, left hip is down. So notice that the left hip is down and left elbow is up to lengthen the left side of the body. Okay, so keep holding your elbows, or you can push your left elbow behind your head. Try to reach the left finger down as much as you can. Then right hand comes behind you to catch that, or you can hold the belt with your left hand and right hand hold the belt at the back. Then gradually your hand is like creeping towards in or closer. But if that doesn't touch that, it's okay. But this really helps to open the shoulder because I think the last time I said that too. Winter time we tends not to open the chest area or upper body. Well, our body generally coming more in or don't want to open out because it's cold. So it's a more shrinking inward. So this helps to open out. Then when you come to the space when you can hold, just notice how you are holding the posture. Are you leaning to one side or leaning to front or back? Just to find our center. One more breath. And then exhale, let's release. All right, so now we let go the leg and bring it to the front. Looks like this. Bending your knees and hands behind your fingers are pointing to you. Then bend your elbows to the back and lift our sternum, your chest upward. So maybe this is not that very easy pose for you. You might use the block to bring the hands, but don't hurt yourself. And if you like to lift your hips up like a table, you might. So opening the front of the body, but keeping your hips down and lifting the chest, that helps too. Okay, then release. Then we do the other side. Of this time, left knee is over the right knee. So left knee up over. And some people straighten the right leg helps to stay easy. Or you can just cross in the leg. It doesn't need to the knees top of each other. Inhaling, hands reach up and catch our elbows. So first, let's lift our elbows to lengthen the both sides of the body. Okay. So now our right hip is down, so right elbow goes up. Then holding the right elbow, lift our right shoulder upward to create more space, and right fingers goes back. You can stay here, or you can use the belt, the right hand, the belt, and left hand goes behind you to connect it. Don't force yourself much. Just take it easy. And inhaling, lengthening. So we find ourselves in the center. So noticing the sits bone, your weight of the body. If it's one side, bring it kind of a more balanced way. And noticing the head, is that the head bone going forward or going back? Just notice and look forward. One more breath. Okay, let's release. All right, let's let go the leg and shake the legs in front. You can bring your hands behind you just casually and shaking your leg toes, go side to side. Massaging the back of the leg and calf. Okay, so now time for the inversion poses. So you might have a block close by. Then we're gonna lie down, zip our legs together, and gradually. So when we use the core, we round our back and we really engage the navel, and slowly coming down to the mat. Then hug both knee to the chest and we gently, great work everybody, and hug your knee and gently roll side to side. Relax our lower back. Then get one block. Let's see. Let's bring the block between our thighs and let's do some core work. Hands by your side. It's a bridge pose. So first tuck our navel in towards the spine. Then as if you are really hugging your hips to the center and squeeze the block. Then inhale, lift our hips. So when you engage our core to do this movement, it's become more easier to lift our hips. Then exhale. So if you don't engage our core, it's harder to lift our hips. So we keep practicing on how it works, or how is the sense, so physical awareness of engaging our core. So sometimes just engaging the core we don't know what to do, but kind of gathering the energy to the midline, noticing the pelvic floor and squeezing the navel in and using the glute and using the adductor and squeeze towards the center. Okay, then last one, inhaling, lift our hips up. And this time we keep our hips higher and squeeze our glute, then bring our hands behind, interlace our fingers, roll our shoulders under, and press our arms if that's available, and lift our hips. Then maybe lift our heels off the ground, so that's choice. Heels down or heels up, and squeeze our glute, then relax. The glute is the muscle, the butt cheek. Then squeeze, then relax, squeeze and relax, squeeze and relax. Last one, squeeze and lift our hips. Then hands goes up and over the head. Then on our exhalation, we slowly lower down to the mat. Let go the block. Hold on to the block on your belly and drop the knee side to side. Just relax. Okay. Then when your lower back is comfortable, plant your feet again to lift your hips, slide the block under your hips. So the block come to the sacrum. Sacrum is a bone, like a triangle shape of the bone between the butt cheek. There, then we lift our legs up. Then look to your toes and open the toes wide. Then push your heels, point your toes, push your heels, point your toes. So go on to just to notice the different way. Stretching the front when you point your toes. Push your heels back of the body, stretch. Point the toes and push your heels. Point your toes and push your heels. Then we relax, bend your knees and just hang out there. Okay. Then you might go back to just the legs up, or you might lift your hips up and hands come at your lower back for shoulder stand. Then if this is available, gradually bring your legs over the head. Maybe toes touch close to the ground, or maybe not. Hands at the lower back. Don't look here and there, just look straight up. And then if you are lifting the hips away from the block slowly, hips come to the ground. Then open our legs wide, everybody. And just hang out there. And feel the openness to the leg, inner leg. All right, then slowly, let's bring our feet closer. Release, feet down to the mat. Then let go the block. Bring your hips down to the mat. Happy baby, open our legs wide. If you like, gently roll side to side. Okay. Then figure 4. So right heel, front of your left knee. And just notice how your lower back, your hips relaxes on the ground. Then slowly cross. So this crossed leg or figure 4 is coming to the left side and twist. Spread our hands wide and open. Then come back to center. The other side, so left heel coming to the front of your right knee. And hugging right knee towards you, left knee out. And opening the hips, lower back, also hamstring on left side. Then gradually bringing this crossed leg to the right with twist. And spread our arms wide and look to your left. Leg goes to the right and head goes to the left. Then let's come to Shavasana, last pose for this practice. Lie down to the mat. Make yourself comfortable, don't get cold. Just relax, soften. Relax our face. And let go all the tension away from our body. Feel the ground underneath. The earth supports you. Very steady way. The ground that we plant our seed. And we observe that seed to grow. I like to share the quote of Thich, Nath, Hanh, the Zen master. When the time comes, suddenly you find the seed of understanding, wisdom, and love a new sprout. You have to believe that the seed of peace, the seed of joy, and the seed of happiness are already in you. It is not outside of you. Gently bringing our awareness to the fingers and toes, inviting the small movements. And the feel of our body is here. And this moment. And feel the air we breathe in and breathing out and appreciating the air. And bring our hands reach over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring our knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to ourselves. Thanks to our body, mind, and heart, what we have today. And roll on to one side. And slowly come into a comfortable seated position. Together, inhale, hands reach up to the sky. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center, Anjali Mudra, gesture of gratitude and loving awareness. And let us continue to hold this gratitude with us and continue our life. Thank you very much for letting me guide us through your practice, sharing your time and space together. Namaste. Thank you.